you'll be guaranteed to come back and have a great time. Plus, check out the new Twisted Tales animation line, featuring the voice talents of some of the most popular stars in the adult entertainment industry today. And coming this summer, they'll be adding some new hardcore VR animated porn scenes onto the site as well. So check out dukeshardcorehoney's.com. You won't be disappointed. That's dukeshardcorehoney's.com. It's time again for the exciting Exotica Expos. And Exotica 2024 is going to be bringing you so much more for you to discover and experience this year. Here are the dates for 2024, so make your plans now to attend. Chicago will be April 12th, 13th, and 14th. Miami will be June 28th, 29th, and 30th. New Jersey will be October 25th, 26th, and 27th, and Washington, D.C., December 6th, 7th, and 8th. Exotica 2024 will again be featuring the biggest stars in the adult entertainment industry with fun and informative seminars, stage performances, product vendors, webcam girls, the Exotica Dungeon Experience, Couples X Lifestyle Experience, and so much more. And remember, ladies get in free on Fridays. For the ultimate Exotica experience, try the 3-day VIP pass and go VIP. Tickets are available at exoticaexpo.com. To see the stars attending, see the seminar schedules, see the list of vendors and booths, and get information on all of the after parties, go to exoticaexpo.com. Exotica Expo, #1 in the U.S. for over 17 years. Remember that site and visit them today. exoticaexpo.com. Hey everybody, it's James Barthoelt and welcome to a very special broadcast of Inside the Industry with James Barthoelt. Our very special guest that's in the house with us tonight is a very wonderful friend of mine. We've known each other for over 20 years.
30 must be.
It's been over 30
years? Gotta
years?
be over 30 years,
Oh,
James.
God, it's over 30 years. Jesus.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Time has flown. Over 30 years we've known each other. This is an accomplished actor who I will list some of his movies that I'm sure that are your favorites that he has been in. Dallas, Monk, L.A. Heat, Blues Brothers, 21 Jump Street with Johnny Depp and Richard Greco.
Taught him everything he knows.
And taught him everything he knows. And then you went on the spin-off from 21 Jump Street, which was called Booker.
Booker, I did a guest star on Booker. That starred a great
Richard
friend.
Greco.
That starred a friend of ours, Richard Grieco and Reggie T. Dorsey.
Yeah.
Reginald T. Dorsey.
Yeah.
Cowboys forever.
Speaking of cowboys, this gentleman has also been on one of the most popular television series over the last 5 years. It's called Yellowstone. With Kevin Costner. Because the man is a true cowboy at heart.
And I played, my character's name was Cowboy.
And his character's name is Cowboy. You might remember from X-Files, this is Mr. X.
They had the
Birds
title.
of Prey, The Chi, now the new FBI Most Wanted, Martin.
Don't forget Supernatural.
Supernatural, Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Name it, I've been on it.
Oh my God, he has been on everything, I think.
Ever on television.
Yes, except for a televangelist broadcast. This man has been on everything. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to welcome Mr. Stephen Williams to the show.
Bravo for me.
Yes. Hello, my friend.
What's happening, James?
Hey. Now, this is comfortable setting for you.
This is the most relaxed talk
now?
show I've ever. Look at me. I'm on a chaise lounge. Is this called a chaise lounge?
It's a chaise
Check this
lounge.
out. Have you ever seen anything more relaxed on
Have
a talk,
you ever seen
on
Stephen
a talk
Williams
show?
on a talk show sitting on a chaise lounge? Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so it's really, really nice. And this is a nice special show. We do have some industry news that we'll be talking about a little bit later in the What You Must Watch from the Mall.sexy. And of course, everybody and their mother seems to be in Miami tonight for the XBiz thing. And I said, you know what's a great idea? I called Stephen a couple days ago, and he said, I just wrapped on the
FBI?
Chai and
No, the FBI Most Wanted.
FBI Most Wanted.
I'm now officially recurring on that show.
Yes,
I
understand the showrunner is pushing for you to get an Emmy.
Yes, that's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Wow.
So I've just learned that. So I've just learned whose butt I've got kissed now. Who I can go and thank you for the effort, no matter what happens. But I am recurring on FBI Most Wanted.
No, you've been nominated before.
No, I'm not. Well, yeah, I was nominated as a group. I was nominated with the X-Files cast for ensemble for an Emmy. Or was that for a SAG award? It might have been for a SAG award.
It was SAG Awards.
Yeah, SAG Awards with the X-Files cast.
Yeah.
And there was some other cast that I was nominated with.
Yeah.
And of course the NAACP award.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know it was some comedy thing real early. No, that was the NAACP thing. Because I remember Steve Harvey won, and I jumped up in the audience and screamed, "No!"
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And
Did you?
The audience didn't think it was quite as funny as I thought it was going to be. Hence, that's why Steve won. He apparently,
my God.
He's the comedian, I'm not.
And you were on the cover of Jet magazine.
1978.
Yeah.
1978.
Do you remember that?
Oh, I absolutely remember that. There's such a story that goes with that. It was,
Please.
first of all, it was one of the first, I think it was on the first time they had a non-celebrity on the cover of Ebony
you
magazine.
are a celebrity.
Well, I wasn't then.
Yeah.
I don't think, if you say I am, thank you. But I was certainly not a celebrity then. I don't even think I had started acting then. I think I was still in my modeling career in 78. I don't even remember when it was I started acting. But I started everything very late. I started my modeling career very late. And I started,
modeling came before acting?
Modeling came before acting, yes.
Wow.
Far before. Never
and this
even
was
intended
catalog
it.
stuff, right?
Right, mostly catalog stuff, some ramp stuff, but a great deal of the Sears and the Montgomery Wards and the grocery stuff.
Now, for you youngins out there,
y'all don't even know those.
There used to be a big book that went with this department store called Sears, and it was like two phone books thick, and people went on there, and Sears was the store.
Yeah, that was the store. And a lot of work came out of, those kind of magazines for models back in those days. I don't think I started modeling until 1970.
But the Jet magazine thing, wow.
Jet magazine, the Ebony magazine I did the cover.
Yeah.
And then later on Jet was something. And Johnson Publication, of course, was the black publication in America. I think it was the only, at that time, it was the only publication of its sort, and especially owned by black, the Johnsons. And it was very, very important. Eunice Johnson used to handle what we call the Ebony Fashion Fair, which was a big touring fashion show. These models, she put together a group of models, and they went from city to city. Every season, they'd have this big, and that was a big thing to be a part of.
Right.
If you were an Ebony Fashion Fair model, you were hot stuff. I missed it by that much. And that ties into the story of the cover, the Ebony magazine cover.
Yeah.
There was a situation that happened between, I guess, my agency at the time and the publishing company that involved, some pay and some mix-up and me fulfilling my obligations and them having to fulfill their obligations. And it came to kind of a head in the studio, and as it turned out, I don't like to speak too much out of turn, but as it turned out, I asked for Miss Johnson to be removed from my photo session.
Why is that?
Because she was upset that they had to pay me for a day missed. I was booked on a day, and the other model didn't show up, but they still had to pay me because I showed up.
Right.
And so we had a little tiff about that.
And this was late 70s.
This is 78.
78.
1978. So I was considered sort of a rebel. that was kind of a rebellious move for me to, buck the system. Everybody catered to, her. And we didn't. We stuck to strictly business. This was a business contract. Please fulfill it.
Okay.
And shortly after that little incident where I asked her to be removed from the studio so I could do my job, I auditioned for the Ebony Fashion Fair. And she, of course, had purview over that. And it was really funny. It was really funny. We were all lined up, the whole models lined up, and the whole audition was, the principals were sitting at one end, the models on the other end. The audition was you get up. When they call your name, you get up, you walk down the red carpet, and you walk back, right? Wow. Simple. They take a look at you and see if they wanted you to be in the fashion fair, wear the clothes, da-da-da. Oh. They called my name, Stephen Williams. I stood up, and I heard, "Thank you." Boom. That was it. Wow. That was it. I never even got one step off. "Thank you." Bam. She threw me right out of the audition. So that's the cleaned up political version of that story.
Version.
Yeah.
Nowadays, for a mainstream actor to audition for a television
This is water,
show
by the way.
Yeah, Liquid Death Water.
Liquid Death Water. So are we allowed to plug stuff?
Yes, we are.
We're actually plugging right now.
That's
Liquid Death Water.
There are water.
There you go. Okay, dynamite.
Water for the show.
Cool.
I was saying was nowadays actors from back in the day when we started out, you went to an audition, you brought your picture and your resume, you slated your name in front of the camera with the casting director sitting over there.
Yeah, all the decision makers were in the room primarily.
They would be sitting in the room, and you'd sit there and you'd read your copy and stuff and do your audition, and then you took off. Now, it's a whole different story.
Now we're doing everybody's job.
Everybody's doing
the actors are doing everybody's job,
Yeah.
We're Zooming. We are making self-tapes, and sending out self-tapes.
Now, how do you feel of that? Being a veteran actor.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, I don't like it. Old habits die hard. I much prefer walking into a room. I think I'm good at that. You've got all your decision makers right there in the room. Now, one of the things that's not allowed in Zoom and self-tape is they only get to see one side of you.
Exactly.
I like to show that I can walk in as an absolute clown, clown around, do my greetings with the people in the room, show them Stephen Williams, and then bam, switch into the character. Now they know they've got an actor on their hands. You know what I'm saying?
Because
now they know I've got versatility.
You're a pussycat in real life, but when you get on camera, these characters you play, you're cops, you're detectives, you're a bad guy, you're
you get to show your variety, a little bit more variety and a range. I play heavies quite well. I like playing heavies, but no matter what it is, whether it be a heavy or a comedy, you get to show your range.
Very true.
On the Zoom, you're only going to get to show that one, pretty much that one thing. You do have some leeway on the Zoom to show your personality.
Okay, you better get to show that one.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Who's this?
Some leeway on the Zoom.
Hey, James, it's Jason. How are you?
Jason, how are you doing? You're calling in from the Midwest, yeah?
From Ohio, yes.
From Ohio. I hope you guys are safe out there. I heard there were a lot of tornadoes and rain out there.
Yes, it's raining right now as we speak.
Well, it's a good thing that you're inside the house and watching Stephen and I. Well, say hello to Stephen Williams.
Hey,
hello.
Hey, Stephen.
Hey, James. And we do need a little rain. Rain makes the grass grow. And we all want the grass to grow.
Right. I like you in Supernatural.
And?
And?
That was it. I liked you in the last scene of season 3 when you were talking to Dean.
Okay.
Do you remember that one?
When you brought him that.
You say that as if that were like really specific. Like that's the only time I ever talked to Dean was.
Well, I mean in other
season. Yeah. Okay, tell me, how do you like my character of Rufus? Do you
I loved
Rufus?
I wish they wouldn't have got rid of him.
Say what? So do I. So do I.
He was a good character.
Yeah, my mortgage holder felt the same way.
He's
Yeah,
honest.
and I really loved
You
working
did
with
an
Jim.
incredible job playing Rufus.
I loved working with Jim Beavers, who was always my
Yeah, he's
counterpart.
cool.
Rufus and Jim. We were like the older Sam and Dean, really.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. A great family of people.
And that was my buddy who was a producer of that.
Who is that?
There was a producer.
Jim.
Yeah, that's right.
James.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
James Michaels, yeah.
He's living up in Canada.
Yeah, I keep wondering if to this day, I'm not sure who was responsible for me being on Supernatural. You know, you think so?
Right.
It was either you and Jim Michaels or
Well, no, because
Or,
I recommended you.
yeah,
And I recommended
remember
you
like
that.
But-
Texas Walker, too.
Texas Walker Ranger. Texas. I did a movie of the week for
Chuck.
Chuck. But Jim and I had already worked with Chuck in Missing in Action.
That's right.
Missing in Action 2.
Oh, and
Yeah.
by the way, some
Missing
of
in
you
Action
fans
2.
may not remember this, or you might remember this. Stephen was also in a very famous Stallone movie called Rambo: First Blood Part 2.
No, I was not.
Oh, you weren't in that?
No, I was not.
Oh,
That's one of those
wow.
things for all you people out there. That is on my IMDb, or it's somewhere listed. But
Somebody's
I was
getting
never
fired for putting that wrong information
right.
down on my
Well,
sheet.
there's a couple of pieces of wrong information in this public stuff that they put out.
Were
That's
you
why I
in
tell
Dallas?
people,
You were
please
on
don't
Dallas?
believe.
You were on
yeah,
Dallas.
oh, yes, way back.
Yeah.
Well, I was in love with Linda Gray, I think it was.
Oh, who was
I was in love with Linda Gray.
Linda Gray. Great.
But yeah, please don't believe absolutely everything you read on Google or IMDb or
Right.
any of the stuff you see on your telephone. Don't believe it all,
Right.
because I found several pieces of information about me that were absolutely false, absolutely mistaken. Nothing bad, just a mistake, So
Do you
no,
think
I
they'll
was
ever
not.
bring Supernatural
had a
back?
child with Maria Conchita Alonso.
That might be true.
And you were also in an affair with Charo. Chicka-chicka-boom.
Oh God.
Okay, now
Yeah, but thank you,
kids aren't
James,
going to
for-
know who that is. Yeah. Now, Jason, have you got another
Oh, it's
question?
Jason. I'm sorry, it's Jason.
Jason, do you have another question for the incomparable
Yeah,
Mr. Stephen Williams? Go ahead.
I'm just in shock because I didn't know you had a celebrity on tonight, James.
Well,
Whole
yes.
different kind of show.
But
We're
anyway,
trying something new here.
Yeah, we're trying
What's your-
something new.
what's your favorite movie that you've been in?
My favorite movie? I don't know. I have two movies.
Yeah.
You know, primarily, I only have two iconic films, actually. Cooley High and
Lawrence Hilton Jacobs.
and Glenn Turman and the Fabulous Blues Brothers, the original Blues Brothers.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
you remember that
I'll have
scene
to
in
check
the
it
Blues
out.
Brothers?
Yeah,
He
the
was
Blues
the
Brothers.
cop.
I'm the state trooper, one of the
State
state troopers
trooper,
that starts the whole chase scene.
And then it was you and the other state trooper, and then your captain, I guess, was John Candy.
Yeah, John was.
And then
he
you're
wasn't the
sitting
captain.
there-
He was a detective somewhere.
Yeah.
But you see, in Chicago, I actually resided in Chicago during that time, and in Chicago, I lived 2 blocks from Second City. So
Yeah.
I was, we drank at the same bars. John Belushi, Jim Belushi, that whole kind of group of people
This is so
was a very familiar group of people for me at that time.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be lucky enough to land a role in that movie. So I knew all of those people even before I did the movie. And to this day, I'm still kind of buddies with James through another friend. I'm acquaintance with James, Jim Belushi, through another friend, my friend Jason Brett. So I'm a Chicago boy. So anything that came out of Chicago,
And of course, you're on the Chi.
Yeah, and I'm on the Chi. I was on the Chi the first season.
Yeah.
The very first season, they wrote a very good character. Entitled Q was his name, Quentin. And I played him very well. I sort of took over the first season
Yes,
of
you
Chi.
did. Yeah. Binge watch that, you guys.
Yes,
and gals.
the very first
binge
season.
watch that.
And then watch the 5th season, and there's a twist.
Twist.
There's a twist. They brought me back.
Chubby checkered twist.
Right, they brought me back for the 5th season, and
Yeah.
and an incident happened.
Now I want to go back to this thing in the the Blues Brothers, because there was a very classic scene there where you're sitting with John Candy and the other state trooper, and
At
the
the
waiter comes
Palladium.
up and he goes, Orange
Orange
whip.
whip.
You
Orange
want
whip.
Orange whip.
Orange
Orange
whip.
whip.
We love
Three
that.
orange whips. Yeah.
We love that.
Now,
And that was shot here. That was shot here in L.A.
I was just going to say.
At the Palladium, right.
At the Palladium, Stephen came to see me at the XBiz Expo at the Palladium, and he's walking around, and he's going, James, come here. That's where we shot the Blues Brothers here. And you're doing a porn convention here. I can't believe
I get it. I get it. Yeah, that was a very unique, sort of a unique situation that happened to me because that was the final scenes that I had to do.
Yeah.
They brought me out from Chicago. I think I was hired for 2 weeks on Blues Brothers, and it turned into about a 4 to 5 month job.
And then some of it was on the back lot at Universal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they brought me from Chicago to shoot that final last scene and that scene in the Palladium and that back lot scene.
Wow.
And it was a night scene. And for almost 2 months, they would take me to set every day, sundown. They'd take me down to set. They'd shoot all night. And they'd come to my trailer and go, Stephen, you're wrapped. We're not going to get to your shot tonight. That went on for
Still
a couple of
got
months.
paid.
Yeah.
Still got paid.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
There's
and
no
during
business
that
like
time,
show business.
during that time, I got to know a lot of Hollywood casting people. And during that time,
You're
I
a
met
really
my
good
favorite
actor.
person in show business, Stephen J. Cannell.
Yeah.
I met him during that time and started working for him.
What a great man.
You know, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
He's a champion, my champion. You know, he kept me busy for a long time. I think he was one of the principals in getting me involved in 21 Jump Street.
And I'll tell you something.
And just a great guy.
The shows that Stephen J.
Oh.
Cannell created.
He had
Oy.
41 shows, as I understand it.
Uh-huh.
41 shows on the air.
Uh-huh.
He wrote for practically all of them, and he was dyslexic.
Yeah. And remember his title?
Fabulous dude.
His title was
typewriter,
and then
piece
the
of paper.
paper,
Yeah.
and then it curved around into a C
C
for
for
Cannell.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Looked at
What a great guy. My blessings and well wishes to his family.
If you younger audience out there wants to really go back and binge watch some shows like a 21 Jump Street, the original one, not that funky movie that they made.
They never asked me to walk through not one frame. There are two things I'm mad about in this industry.
Yeah.
They never asked me to walk through not one frame of 21 Jump Street.
The
Can't
movie.
understand the movies,
Yeah.
right? Cannot understand that. Why not? Why not have the original Captain Fuller, do a cameo? The other show, and I'm still hoping to get a role on it, because a buddy and a friend and an ex-producer is the showrunner for the show. That's the Equalizer.
Oh.
I am an original member of the Equalizer cast. It was myself, Robert Lansing, and Edward Woodward.
Yeah.
We were the three original members.
Right.
Never been asked to walk through one frame of
Well, the
Denzel's
new one,
movies,
or
nor
the Queen
Latifah's
Latifah.
TV
Yeah.
show.
Wow.
So I'm waiting
Which
for
got
that.
picked up.
Good. Oh,
But
good for them.
everything is starting slow, since we're still reeling from that strike.
Oh yeah, it's
Crazy. I know. I was out on the picket line. Did you go on the picket line?
I
at all?
couldn't. I have a hip replacement, as you know.
Yeah.
And a knee
Oh, that's
replacement.
right,
During
yeah.
that time, I was going through my hip replacement.
Yeah.
And then a knee replacement.
Yeah.
So I was not
of
mobile
course.
during
Yeah.
the time of the strike.
Well, I hope to God we don't have to go through that again. but
Otherwise, I would have been there.
I know. Yes, you would have been.
I would have.
Jason, thank you so much for calling in tonight.
Yeah. You're a very good actor, Stephen.
Thank you so very much, Jason. You're a very good caller.
Yeah. I hope you have an awesome night, Stephen.
Okay. Good night, Jason.
Stay safe.
All right. I was just going to say, one of the things, before we go to a commercial, one of the big things that's going on in the mainstream industry and in the adult industry as well is this threat of AI. So before we go to a commercial, what is your stance on that? I know we said we weren't going to talk about politics.
Right, well,
but AI?
I don't really have a stance on it yet, but a comedian said something that I thought was very interesting. He said, we are, as humans, one of the only animals that does not have a natural predator. Everything on this planet almost has a natural predator. See, this planet is a vicious ball of water with some few land masses on it, where everything has to eat something in order to survive. So there's prey and predator. We don't have a natural predator. And this comic said, but we are creating one with AI.
Oh my God, that's so
And I thought
true.
that was very heavy.
That's
I thought
so
that was very
true.
heavy
Is
and
that
very
not
nice.
true?
Yeah, so
wow.
That's sort of my outlook on it. It's a very, I'm sure that it has many, many useful, good, positive purposes. But I'm quite sure that it's going to be one of the most dangerous things we will ever encounter as human beings.
And it could replace us in
Yeah, we
show
keep
business.
creating things that are. We keep fixing shit that ain't broke, okay?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Just because
we're
lazy.
Yeah, you cannot buy a drink at an airport bar now without your telephone. Without your phone and taking a picture of that little icon. I live in the 18th century when it comes to electronics, okay? I want the audience to know that.
when you go to order on the menu.
Oh, yeah, order menu at a restaurant, right.
There's a QR code.
You can't do it without your phone anymore.
Is that what it's called, Edric? QR code, right?
Whatever, scan this and blah, blah, blah. It's stupid to me.
You noticed that when we went to the airport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be, hey, can I have a tequila?
Okay.
And bam,
Can you scan that?
here it is, and they pay the money.
Oh, can I pay it?
Right.
You got to scan this
Right.
thing.
You can't even pay cash now anymore. So we're making
I
things.
had sex with this woman. She goes, can you pay me the orgasm, please?
Yeah, we're making things much more difficult than they should be. And we make it very easy. We're making it easier for criminals with all of these electronics. Making it very easy for them to get into our stuff. So, I don't even know why people put their stuff in their phone in the first place. Why would you put your pertinent information like that in your phone? Your bank account numbers and your bank account. And you're like, why put that in your phone? Okay? Makes it very easy for that criminal to go in there electronically. And the hard part about that is you don't even see them. It's not like somebody stuck a gun in your face and stuck you up. You get stuck up electronically, you don't even know it.
And they're
until
probably
later.
halfway around the world doing this
exactly.
stuff.
Exactly. So
please,
be
let's
very
make
careful.
a little side note and tell people this.
Yeah,
I
know
get
these
this.
things can be very convenient, but they are also extremely dangerous.
I get these at least 15, 20 times a day. I get these little things saying your account has been compromised. Please contact us to take care of your banking account or your Google account.
Oh, a lot of that.
Don't answer
a lot of that
stuff.
scams. Yeah.
Yeah.
The scams are like
and automatically
multiple.
on your phone. So watch out for that. It is increasing so much more. All right, we have so much more to talk to with Stephen Williams, and we're taking your calls when we come back. But we're going to go away and pay some bills right now from our wonderful sponsor.
Call in, people.
We'll be right back.
Make it
after
interesting.
this.
Ari, you know what? I'm so confused. There's so many porn scenes to watch, but how do I know where and what to watch? I mean, I only want the best stuff out there.
James, don't worry. It's all at the mall.sexy. There's more than just shopping here. There's movies, adult star profiles, and much more. Plus, you can hear what you must watch, updated every Wednesday on Inside the Industry Radio, every Wednesday night, and on the Inside the Industry Roku TV channel. You see, everything is there. Go check it out today, themall.sexy.
Are you feeling like the spark has fizzled out in your relationship? Has the excitement between you and your partner taken a back seat? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Many couples experience a dip in desire over time. But guess what? There's a solution that can reignite that flame and bring back the passion you once had. Introducing Shivers, the revolutionary sexual enhancement gummy for both men and women. Yes, you heard it right, for men and women. Shivers is here to help you and your partner rediscover that sizzle in your relationship. Now picture this, you and your partner feeling sexy, confident,
and absolutely irresistible. That's the power of Shivers. Our specially formulated gummies are designed to help you feel more aroused, increase sensitivity, enhance your libido, and get you in the mood for some steamy nights ahead.
Oh my goodness.
But that's not all. Shivers isn't just about the physical, it's about reigniting that emotional connection with your partner. Say goodbye to those days of feeling distant or disinterested. With Shivers, you'll both be eager and excited to explore each other's desires once again.
Aww.
Oh my.
Don't let a lackluster libido dull your relationship any longer. Try Shivers today and let the passion take over. Shivers, because every moment together should be electric. Available now at shivers.store. That's shivers.store. If you like your cartoons, comics, animated porn, and games that are hot, raw, and uncensored, well then check out dukeshardcorehoneys.com. That's dukeshardcorehoneys.com. You can see the sexiest erotic stories that feature curvy women, MILFs, lusty teens, and well-hung studs. There's superhero porn, horror porn, and suspense porn, monster porn, and horny housewives. With hundreds of videos, games, and thousands of comics, you'll be guaranteed to come back and have a great time. Plus, check out the new Twisted Tales animation line, featuring the voice talents of some of the most popular stars in the adult entertainment industry today. And coming this summer, they'll be adding some new hardcore VR animated porn scenes onto the site as well. So check out dukeshardcorehoneys.com. You won't be disappointed. That's dukeshardcorehoneys.com. It's time again for the exciting Exotica Expos. And Exotica 2024 is going to be bringing you so much more for you to discover and experience this year. Here are the dates for 2024, so make your plans now to attend. Chicago will be April 12th, 13th, and 14th. Miami will be June 28th, 29th, and 30th. New Jersey will be October 25th, 26th, and 27th. And Washington, D.C., December 6th, 7th, and 8th. Exotica 2024 will again be featuring the biggest stars in the adult entertainment industry with fun and informative seminars, stage performances, product vendors, webcam girls, the Exotica Dungeon Experience, Couples X Lifestyle Experience, and so much more. And remember, ladies get in free on Fridays. For the ultimate Exotica experience, try the 3-day VIP pass and go VIP. Tickets are available at exoticaexpo.com. To see the stars attending, see the seminar schedules, see the list of vendors and booths, and get information on all of the after parties, go to exoticaexpo.com. Exotica Expo, #1 in the U.S. for over 17 years. Remember that site and visit them today. exoticaexpo.com.
Sure.
That's right.
S-H-U-R.
All right, we are back. We are back. James Barthoelt inside the industry with our very special guest, Mr. Stephen Williams.
In the flesh.
Our phone number to call in is area code 818-231-2580. That's 818-231-2580. Give us a call right now and you can talk to Stephen. Now, we've had some fans that have sent in some questions. We're going to get to those in just a minute. But as always, every week we've got contests here on Inside the Industry, and this week is no different. We have got, see, this is on a delay. That's why we're seeing that a little later there, okay? Because we're watching ourselves on the show right now, because we're egomaniacs. Or at least I am. Here's our contest. You could be a lucky viewer or listener out there that could win a free ticket to go to the Exotica Miami, which is a week. It is a month from now. Okay, that's going to be June 28th, 29th, and 30th at a wonderful convention center over there in Miami. We've got our booth all set up there. I will get that posted, but we got a nice big booth for Inside the Industry. We'll be broadcasting there live every day. We're also going to be doing Porn Star Game Night up on the main stage, so make sure you come and check that out, as well as my Breaking in the Biz seminar. And all of my beautiful, sexy stars that are going to be there. I've got a lot of girls that are already confirming that they're going to be there with us in our booth. So again, beautiful legends and beautiful starlets that are going to be there. So how do you enter the contest already, James? Get on with the contest. Okay, I will tell you, relax. All you have to do is email me at insidecontest@gmail.com. Once again, that's insidecontest@gmail.com. Thank you, son. And make sure you put Exotica Contest in the header. And you know what? I think we'll also, Stephen, could we give a lucky fan a chance to get a signed 8x10 of you?
If I can find some 8x10s of me, yes.
You go to so many fan shows.
I have not used photos and yeah, I can find something. Yeah, because I'm thinking about a headshot, but I can find a good 8x10. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got
As
some
like,
one of your action things from one of your movies.
Yeah, we can create one for some of the stuff I've got on my phone.
We can create something.
I love the one I've got from Yellowstone.
Oh,
Yellowstone.
God,
Yeah, there's a great shot of me.
Do we have a picture of him from Yellowstone
sitting on a
that we
corral
can put up
fence
there? Something of him with the cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's take a look at that, because you live on ranch property now, don't you?
Well, in the ranch country.
In the ranch country.
I'm out in horse country.
In the
I'm
horse
out in horse country, yeah.
And I live in the horse country.
I'm HORSE.
Yes, it's different.
Yeah, a lot of
you
cowboys.
ride them differently, too.
A lot of cowboys.
So you can get a chance to get an autographed picture of Mr. Stephen Williams. Again, write into insidecontest@gmail.com and put Stephen autograph pick in the header. That way we'll know which contest you're entering. Okay? Okay, very cool. All right, phone number to call in is 818-231-2580. We're going to take your calls right now, but let's go to some of these questions that the fans have been writing about you to ask. We have Guy who wrote in, is there any roles that have been particularly difficult to portray, and how did you go about overcoming those obstacles to do that part?
No. Actually, the short answer would be no. I did have one role in Reggie Dorsey produced. I like to plug my friends too.
Yes.
Kings of the Evening was the title.
Is that like Ladies
Reginald
of
T.
the
Dorsey?
Evening?
No, it was God, I didn't know how to say it. It was a piece about a guy who gets out of prison and starting a new life and da-da-da. But the background, his heritage, involved, an African background with the practice of, men showing off their best wares, their clothing, their fashion, etc. Anyway, my character had to do an accent. It was an African accent, and it was really funny. I forget which particular, if there was a particular accent, but I don't do accents, dialects for the most part. So my good friend from Cooley High, Glenn Turman, had just finished doing a play
wonderful
actor, in which he was portraying, an African character. So I asked Glenn, give me a couple of pointers, because I was in a panic. This was like the day before shooting, and I still hadn't gotten, everything came out sounding like the Jamaican man, Oh, wow. Glenn said, you do this, you do that, you roll R, you hold this back, and blah, 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 and give it a shot. And I went on camera, did this accent, listening to Glenn. I talked to him a couple more times, and he just gave me some things to do. After the movie was over, like months after the movie had aired and stuff, we were doing a Q&A session at some auditorium, and I remember this lady in the audience standing up and saying, and by the way, Mr. Williams, I'm from that region, and your accent was impeccable.
Whoa!
It was like a miracle of some sort. Like,
do you remember what the project was again?
Kings of the Evening is the title of the project.
Okay.
Started Tyson Beckford.
Okay.
Myself, Lynn Whitfield.
Lynn Whitfield.
Oh, fabulous! I think she's the queen.
Yeah.
She's the queen. What a fabulous actress.
Wow.
What a trooper. I remember her doing this. She broke her foot or something doing the shooting, and I remember her not missing a beat. She's just such a class act,
and such a beauty too.
Yeah, and such an actress.
But like you, plays a wide range of characters.
I've been fortunate. I've been very fortunate and very blessed. What can I say? That's the best I can say it. Fortunate and blessed. I never started out to be an actor. As you know, I started in this business as a model. And someone asked me to do a play, and I said yes, and just on a lark.
And doing a stage play is great advice for a young actor.
Go on stage. You haven't acted until you've been on stage.
Yeah, that's true. You cannot call yourself an actor until you've been on stage.
Yeah,
you got to pay your dues. Yeah.
And I did this play called Slow Dance on the Killing Ground. It was a 3-hour play, but it had been truncated down to 2.5 hours.
That's still long.
And it's 3 characters, and the black character had fallen out just 2 weeks before they were to open for a community theater in Illinois. And I went on with just 2 weeks. I was a young man. I still had a sharp mind. I still could remember lines. And I remember this. I did this role, and I'll always remember the last line of the review. The last line of the review said, "We will surely see Stephen Williams in theater again." And it started to snowball after that. After that, I worked in Chicago at the Goodman Theater quite a bit, and at Jackie Taylor's Black Ensemble Theater.
Which is a great organization. And some incredible performers have come out of that.
It's wonderful.
Wow.
Wonderful. And then when the movie industry came to Chicago, I nailed roles in Cooley High and roles in Blues Brothers, and Blues Brothers is what brought me to L.A.
So Cooley High was your first film?
Which one came first, Cooley or Blues Brothers, though? Yeah, it was Cooley High, I think, came first.
Cooley High came first.
Yeah, it wasn't really my first film, but it was really the first film I really had, because I was in around the same time, a film called Dr. Detroit.
Oh my God, I totally forgot you were in that
Dr.
movie.
Detroit. I was also in another John Landis.
Dan Aykroyd. God, that was so good.
Continental Divide, Belushi movie. I think it was a Belushi.
You did that one too.
I was in Continental Divide.
Wow, okay.
And Dr. Detroit. And what was and Twilight Zone, the movie. I was in Twilight Zone, the movie.
That's the one that had that fatal accident.
The fatal accident, yes. God rest their souls, both Vic and the children. Yeah. I was my scene was with Vic the very night before.
Wow.
The very night before the accident. I was, a scene with him.
Okay,
so Blues Brothers and the Cooley High were the big ones. And Blues Brothers was the one that brought me to L.A.
Now, do you remember a movie called Hollywood Shuffle?
Hollywood Shuffle, yes.
Yeah. Now, his whole premise...
Was that Townsend?
Yes, that's right.
Robert, yeah.
And my old roommate, Grant Bush, was in that one. Now, the whole premise of that was he was a real actor. He considers himself a real actor. And he'd go to the audition, and all of the parts for black actors were very stereotypical. And he walked off the set. Now, not saying any particular movies or anything, but have you ever been in that situation, Stephen Williams, where you've gotten a script for something and you said, no, this is too stereotypical. I just have a right to my audience out there not to portray this character.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I can't give you a title, but the two things that I have done in this industry relative to that question is, I can remember being asked, and I think Jimmy Spinks ended up doing it. I think it was a movie called Dummy, but they wanted me to play a rapist or a pedophile. And I have learned it's really tricky. This is really tricky because I've learned since then that I have played a pedophile and didn't even know that I didn't realize I was playing a pedophile because it wasn't, explicit, or it was just part of the storyline.
Yeah.
And part of the background.
Disturbing.
But I refused to play this rapist in this one film, and I think it was a film called Dummy, a television movie. And I said, I won't play a rapist. Simple as that.
So what happened? Did they change the part?
They
recast
simply
it?
gave it to somebody else. Yeah.
Wow.
So I said, I won't do that. The other one was at one point, my ex-wife is Ann Geddes, the agent. She was a big agent in Chicago,
very famous,
and opened out here in L.A. for a while. But at one point, we made the decision, and I can't tell you at the exact point, but at one point we made the decision not to accept any more pimp, bad guy, dope dealer, da-da-da roles.
Good for you. Good for you.
And I don't even remember when it was. We just said, we don't want to do that no more. Let's try doing other stuff.
Would you tell that to a young black actor out there right now? They exist.
Those characters exist. Those characters are in stories. If you're going to tell the story, somebody's got to play that role.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't presume to tell any young actor not to or to do it.
Because somebody eventually will do it.
Yeah, but just give it. If you're going to do it, back in the old days, you were directed so stereotypically. There's a way to do. Have you ever noticed how we respect mafia films? How the whole mafia gangster is sort of respected and feared and there's a way to play these people that gives them a little bit more dignity.
And this is why The Godfather by Coppola was so excellent.
Yeah, I mean, they were...
Because he had that respect.
Right, they're just regular people. They're businessmen. They're regular people. That's their job.
There was a little bit of that story behind it, not just the stereotypical...
Not just the stereotypical,
Yeah.
Yo, what up, dog? Killer, dope dealer. I wouldn't presume to give anybody any advice on it. The way I handled it was I just stopped doing the role, those kinds of roles, and I started getting, the cops and the lawyers and the doctors and and I still got bad guys, but they weren't stereotypical bad guys.
Yeah.
There's a way to play. What do we call it? We call it stepping fetching, or
yeah, it's stepping fetching.
There's another term that they used
back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah, and I forget what it is right now. It doesn't come to mind. I'm old. It's okay, I forget stuff. But there's a way to do things, and as an actor, you find those. Give every character that you do a little dignity. Let me put it that way. And even the worst of characters have some sort of dignity, some sort of humanity, something about them that keeps them from being what we call stereotypical.
Very good. That's great advice. Now, you play a cop or a bad guy a lot, handling a lot of guns. Recently, we had that whole thing that happened on that set of the Alec Baldwin movie. Somebody was accidentally shot on that.
How unfortunate. To their family, to the young lady's family, condolences and blessings.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Now, the question is, was there training that you did for that because I'm playing a lot of cop things now, and I had one director that suggested that maybe I could take a course before I started working on this next project here on just the proper way of holding a gun. And I go, well, what am I holding it like Liberace or something like that? I mean, what am I holding the gun wrong? And they said,
holding a gun.
It's fine, but you have to look realistic.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm asking. Did you ever do training?
No, well, I'm ex-military.
Oh, are you?
I'm ex-military, so the United States government taught me how to handle a weapon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, both long weapon and short weapon, meaning both rifle and pistol. I spent 2 years in the Army. So when I hit a movie set, I already knew how to handle a firearm.
Yeah.
And the most important, James, the thing is not how to hold it, how it looks, am I holding it right? It's about safety issues.
Yeah.
It's about safety issues. It's about realizing that is a deadly instrument.
And
it's
even
about
with the blank in it.
Even with the blank in it.
Yeah.
It's about never pointing it in a direction you should never point it at. Never point that gun at another actor. Never, play with that gun. It's a deadly instrument.
Yeah.
And most of the rules are very simple. They're very simple.
Do we have a call? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought.
Let's take that call.
No, but
there are different ways now. I remember Wolf. Wolf Larson. You saw a lot of cop pictures where the cop has got his gun way out here.
Yeah.
No. Wolf Larson, before I ever saw it from anybody else on television or anywhere else, started holding his gun here. Here.
Now,
and this is the way. This is the way. No.
Yeah.
You're holding it over here on the side.
Oh.
But this is the way that a lot of cops are holding their guns now. First of all, you got your gun out there. It gives your enemy a big chance of disarming you. You got your gun far away from you. You can be disarmed much easier with your gun out here than if you've got your gun in here. He's got to get in really close.
Are you taking notes at home?
To disarm you.
Yeah.
So there's always something, always something to be learned. And you can go to any gun range and pick up an instructor. And learn how to use a gun,
which is
a weapon.
I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
Now,
come over to my place, man.
Do you have a shooting range in your house?
I don't have a shooting range, but we can practice.
Okay.
We can find a shooting range.
Shoot the cactus out there.
If you just want to know how to hold it.
You did a lot. For a lot of projects you've done your own stunts. Now, of course, because of your injuries, you don't do that anymore now.
Yes. No, it was just the one project, really, where I did my own stunts, and that was L.A. Heat.
Yeah, I was just going to say, L.A. Heat, you did a lot of
seasons.
Yeah,
2 seasons.
Crashing through windows, falling out of cars, fights.
Wolf and I, they allowed us to, this company allowed us to do things that a lot of companies wouldn't allow us to do.
What about
a lot
on
of
Renegade?
Insurance companies wouldn't allow us to do.
Yeah.
And Renegade, I think I did, because there was the minor stuff. The minor stuff I've always done. Yeah. Because I'm an ex-boxer, too. That's what I did in the Army. I boxed in the Army. So
Renegade was an excellent show. It was kind of a biker gang and Lamas, right?
No, yeah, it was Lorenzo Lamas. And Bramscombe, Richmond. Yeah. Bramscombe, Richmond, who I just hung out with recently. He's doing a documentary on Stephen J. Cannell.
Oh, wow, great.
Yeah, and I'm waiting. We're waiting for that to come out. It was, that was the last time I saw Carl. Hey, these things are flashing back now. Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed. I was with him.
He was a friend of yours.
Yeah, he was a buddy. Yeah, because I did his show way back in the day. When he had, what was the name of his show? What was the name of his show? Carl Weathers, his TV show. I did a guest star on Street Justice. Street
Justice. NBC.
Street something.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Me and Carl, I did his show as a guest star, and he and I have a big fight scene. We have a big fight. I've fought some of the most iconic people. I fought Chuck Norris. I fought Chuck Norris in Missing in Action 2. Wow. And fought Carl in his show, and yeah. So
now,
a lot of my fight
somebody
scenes.
like a Chuck Norris, he ran through all of that stuff with you several times in a rehearsal.
Oh yeah, we did that. We did our fight scene in pretty much one take.
Really?
Pretty much one take.
Really?
We went through our fights. Yeah, because I had been,
Wow.
I'd been watching him and John, his trainer at that time, and his training partner at that time. And we went through some choreography and stuff, and we pretty much did it in one take. Like I said, I'm an ex-fighter, so the fighting did not come. Right now it comes. So in case anybody gets any ideas, come very hard for me. I don't fight no more. But fighting was not anything foreign to me, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I could even help with some of the choreography.
What do
during
you
the
look
day.
for in a script when they send you something like The Chai, which is an incredible series, or Snowfall, something like that?
First of all, it's about the job. Let's get honest. It's all about the job and the paycheck. That's what we do it for, okay? There is a creative part of me. There's an actor, that creative part, but I do this for a living, okay? Let's make that clear. So that's the first thing. If the money's not right, I'm not doing the role.
Oh, interesting.
Secondly,
okay.
Unless the role is something incredible that, and I don't know how to say it other than I read the words, and if I relate to them, I'm not looking for anything. Your question was, what do you look for in a role? I'm not looking for anything. I read those words relative to the rest of the characters, and something resonates or something doesn't. It either resonates with me, I can relate to what's going on with those words in that script, with that story. Either I relate to it or I don't. And it's sort of like, it's automatic. It's a gut feeling. It's something I can't put into words now. It's just a gut feeling. I read it and go, wow, yeah, I can feel this. Or you've been through it before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or because most of these stories are about life's experiences, and you've either had them or you've not. Some of them you've had, some of them you're looking forward to, Some of them you dread, but you need to play them anyway. I think some of the most interesting acting comes out of things that you're absolutely afraid of, and all of a sudden there's a story there that somebody tells, and you go, wow. I'm afraid of that situation. So let me jump into this role and see how I would react in this role. And you got to remember that acting is such a collaborative thing. That a movie or TV show, it ain't about it's about the writer. Starts with the writer, and then you've got your actor, your director, your producer. Everybody's got to be on the same page. You got to be telling the same story. All right? And each one of us bring our little bit to it, And so it's such a collaborative effort. Even in the award shows, who gets the actor, the director, the writer. There's so many other people involved. Even your dolly guy, your the production,
makeup,
everybody,
special effects,
everybody's involved.
Yeah,
and everybody plays. If I show up in my dressing room, it's all messy and stuff. I'm having a miserable day already. But there's somebody that's been there that's already made sure that dressing room is comfortable for me, that I've got what I need in there, et cetera and et cetera.
That is such an important thing to bring up. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, it's you've got to be comfortable. You want to have a good time, and everybody's got to do their job in order to do that. We're all their support team. We're all a support team for each other. Basically.
So what do you do when you get in a situation where you're on a set and things aren't exactly perfect?
You tell somebody. You tell whoever. If I go in and my dressing room's fucked up, then I talk to the transportation captain. I let him know. This is blah, blah, this has got to be fixed. That's got to, You tell whoever's in charge.
Or if
you ask whoever's in charge to please correct it. There's something wrong.
That would be unit production manager.
There would be whatever your problem is.
Yeah.
If your problem is with transport, your problem is with costumes, your problem with makeup, your
Maybe
problem
you
with
have
whatever.
a dietary thing, and you have to have certain.
And whatever your problem is, you go to whoever the head of that department is, and you lodge your complaint.
And that's not.
And
that's not
they fix
being
it.
difficult on the set. You have to be comfortable so you can do your best job bringing that character on the piece of paper to life up on the screen.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
And, we've had situations where, a big star can do it, but if a smaller person does it, sometimes we've been labeled as difficult.
Right.
Simply for asking for something that we should have had in the first place.
Interesting.
And there's a lot of, there's nepotism involved there. There's racism involved there. There's a lot of isms. There's a lot of isms involved in situations like that.
It's still a lot of isms in Hollywood.
But like I said, do your job. Learn what your job is, do your job. Find your lane, stay in your lane. As long as you're doing your job as a professional, you have nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to explain, nothing to make excuses for. I'm doing my job, you do yours. And because it's magical. It really is magical. You look at a hodgepodge situation, and before you know it, you have a polished product. You go, how did they ever get that done? You look at certain things, certain movies, certain situations. You go, how the hell did they get that done? Under the wire, on time. How did they get it done on time?
Working on a movie like Birds of Prey, that's a superhero movie, a DC movie.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to. I was never a part of all of that action. If you see the movie, my scenes, I play a police captain. I play Rosie Perez's boss.
My dear friend Rosie Perez.
And it's pretty much what I do. I mean, I did pretty much what I do a lot.
Yeah.
I play a lot of cops, a lot of captains, a lot of the bosses. And that's basically what it was. I was never involved in any of the action and all of that stuff, but I loved meeting Margot Robbie. What a beautiful woman.
What a beautiful woman.
Physically and mentally. Her greeting.
Very down to earth.
Her greeting for me was as, I'm her equal. It was like we'd known each other forever. Hello, hi. Totally professional, totally outgoing, friendly. And I learned about her. I think I learned about it. She's a badass. She does a lot of her own stunts.
Oh, yes, she
did.
I
hear that she's a badass.
That movie, Harley Quinn, I think we've got a picture of that, of the cast there from Harley Quinn we could throw up there really quick. This was really
so it's great
movie.
When you meet, for me, it's great when you meet stars, actors of that caliber, of that status.
But she
who
was
also
doing her
happens
own stuff
to be,
with that swinging that baseball bat around.
And who also happens to be very good, very regular people.
Yeah.
It's always great because there are so many who are stuck up, who are egotistical, who are a lot of negative things. So it's always great to meet those who are just regular people who realize this is just a job. That you're not particularly. Some people who believe their own press. They believe they're special because the press says they're. No, you're not. You're equal. We're equals here. Whenever I show up on a set, I don't care who's on that set. I don't care who I'm acting opposite of. Laurence Olivier, I just name names like that because, it's big time. From Laurence Olivier to Denzel to Meryl Streep to whoever, we're two actors doing a job.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in awe of anybody.
No.
I've got respect for them all.
Yeah.
Respect for them all. I was in the presence of Sidney Poitier a couple of times. And,
no way.
And you talking about special energy. That man was magical. I mean, I've had two actors that I felt their energy, their magic. Sidney Poitier and Muhammad Ali were truly special human beings. As far as I'm concerned, I could really feel them. Like literally, James, I swear to God, I feel like both of them have the energy. I'm looking dead at you, right? I'm looking right at you.
Envious
if they walked up behind me, through that doorway, I could feel them before they got there. Wow. That's the kind of energy that they gave off.
Wow.
Those two men, very special. I would give them all the strength. Anyway, what I was saying was, actors are actors. We're all actors. We all got the same job to do. So when we're on a set, nobody's particularly special to me. You know.
This is an important lesson for you to learn, no matter which industry that you're in. Don't look down your nose on other performers on the set. Everybody is equal. I cannot reiterate that enough.
And you
In
can
fact,
learn.
I said that when I accepted this award last Sunday, was we all are equals on the set.
When I say that, when I say whatever it was I said about not finding them, any more special than I am, don't get me wrong. I still respect, and you can still learn from them. You can learn from anybody.
Yeah.
If it ain't nothing but what not to do. you can learn from the worst, okay?
Yeah.
So always be open to learning something new.
Yeah, very good. All right, let's break away for another quick commercial break, and we've got What You Must Watch and a lot more coming up right after this. Ari, you know what? I'm so confused. There's so many porn scenes to watch, but how do I know where and what to watch? I mean, I only want the best stuff out there.
James, don't worry. It's all at the mall.sexy. There's more than just shopping here. There's movies, adult star profiles, and much more. Plus, you can hear What You Must Watch, updated every Wednesday on Inside the Industry Radio, every Wednesday night, and on the Inside the Industry Roku TV channel. You see, everything is there. Go check it out today, themall.sexy.
Are you feeling like the spark has fizzled out in your relationship? Has the excitement between you and your partner taken a back seat? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Many couples experience a dip in desire over time. But guess what? There's a solution that can reignite that flame and bring back the passion you once had. Introducing Shivers, the revolutionary sexual enhancement gummy for both men and women. Yes, you heard it right, for men and women. Shivers is here to help you and your partner rediscover that sizzle in your relationship. Now picture this, you and your partner feeling sexy, confident, and absolutely irresistible. That's the power of Shivers. Our specially formulated gummies are designed to help you feel more aroused, increase sensitivity, enhance your libido, and get you in the mood for some steamy nights ahead.
Oh my goodness.
But that's not all. Shivers isn't just about the physical, it's about reigniting that emotional connection with your partner. Say goodbye to those days of feeling distant or disinterested. With Shivers, you'll both be eager and excited to explore each other's desires once again.
Aww.
Oh my.
Don't let a lackluster libido dull your relationship any longer. Try Shivers today and let the passion take over. Shivers, because every moment together should be electric. Available now at shivers.store. That's shivers.store. If you like your cartoons, comics, animated porn, and games that are hot, raw, and uncensored, well then check out DukesHardcoreHoneys.com. That's DukesHardcoreHoneys.com. You can see the sexiest erotic stories that feature curvy women, MILFs, lusty teens, and well-hung studs. There's superhero porn, horror porn, and suspense porn, monster porn, and horny housewives. With hundreds of videos, games, and thousands of comics, you'll be guaranteed to come back and have a great time. Plus, check out the new Twisted Tales animation line, featuring the voice talents of some of the most popular stars in the adult entertainment industry today. And coming this summer, they'll be adding some new hardcore VR animated porn scenes onto the site as well. So check out DukesHardcoreHoneys.com. You won't be disappointed. That's DukesHardcoreHoneys.com. It's time again for the exciting Exotica Expos. And Exotica 2024 is going to be bringing you so much more for you to discover and experience this year. Here are the dates for 2024, so make your plans now to attend. Chicago will be April 12th, 13th, and 14th. Miami will be June 28th, 29th, and 30th. New Jersey will be October 25th, 26th, and 27th. And Washington, D.C., December 6th, 7th, and 8th. Exotica 2024 will again be featuring the biggest stars in the adult entertainment industry with fun and informative seminars, stage performances, product vendors, webcam girls, the Exotica Dungeon Experience, Couples X Lifestyle Experience, and so much more. And remember, ladies get in free on Fridays. For the ultimate Exotica experience, try the 3-day VIP pass and go VIP. Tickets are available at exoticaexpo.com. To see the stars attending, see the seminar schedules, see the list of vendors and booths, and get information on all of the after parties, go to exoticaexpo.com. Exotica Expo, #1 in the U.S. for over 17 years. Remember that site and visit them today. exoticaexpo.com.
Vines, they go.
Tomato vines. All right, welcome back. It's Inside the Industry. James Barthoelt, our very special guest in the house tonight is Stephen Williams. We were just taking a break over there on the patio, and I was showing off all the plants there. And, you know, this is planting season now. You know, get your tomatoes and all kinds of vegetables. And
Your
stuff.
greens.
Grow your own stuff. There's nothing like growing your own things for your house, and I think I'm going to do a segment on that on the new Foodies TV that's launching right now. That's a new section of our website and on our Roku TV channel, where we give you little tips on cooking and stuff. But growing your own vegetables is very important.
It's a very good idea, because we don't know what we're buying in the grocery store. Yes.
That's true. Speaking of cooking, my friend, do you cook at home yourself?
Breakfast sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm a great bacon and eggs sausage man.
Okay.
And I'm starting to cook because I went through all this these operations.
Yeah.
The new knee, the new hip. That I lost a tremendous amount of weight. Just now getting it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting it back. And so I'm doing like pasta. Pasta is so easy. You throw it in a pot and you boil it. You get the sauce.
That's right.
You go, no, I'm not hungry right now.
I know, but I'm just showing you what pasta. I made tonight, which was a carbonara with the raviolis.
Yeah, it's an easy dish. So yeah, but I'm so used to cooking. I mean, so used to eating at restaurants. I mean,
now,
a great deal of the time.
Eating out at restaurants.
Yeah, eating. Room toom. Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. Yes.
Yeah, it's really funny because sometimes I'll try to get really, really healthy and I'll buy a bunch of food, right? And I'll fill my refrigerator up. I'll go to Costco's or somewhere and I'll fill my refrigerator up with vegetables and blah, blah, blah. And I'll get a job. It's like the next day and 2 days later, I will get a job. That job normally takes me out of town. Exactly. When I come back, I got a refrigerator full of spoiled
rotten food.
You know, so I thought it would be cheaper, like to buy groceries rather than eat out. Yeah. But I'm learning that it's cheaper to keep eating out because I waste more food than I spend, at restaurants. And of course, if I'm working, and God, I'm so blessed to be working a lot. And a great deal of time when you're working, your food is paid for. Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, if you working all day on set, there's food all day on set. Mm-hmm. Normally at the hotels, there's a free buffet, there's a free breakfast buffet. Yes. So yeah, so you end up eating for free. I love getting a job just because I think I'm probably gonna put on a couple of extra pounds if I go away for a week somewhere.
Which could be
work as a job.
Detrimental sometimes if you're doing a scene, which brings me back to this thing about having something special made for you on the set. And now I know the people in the catering and in the craft service always check to see if actors have specific dietary things. Do you have that?
Nope, I'll eat almost anything.
Yeah.
Almost anything, but eggplant. I don't like eggplant for some reason. I just haven't had it prepared right. Maybe I haven't had it prepared.
The way you delivered that line there. I hate eggplant.
Right, I did. I hate eggplant.
That'll be a new gift
I'm
now.
sure, you're right.
That's going to be a gift now.
A gift now,
I
eggplant.
hate eggplant.
I'm sure there's a way to prepare eggplant that I would like. Yeah, because I used to hate okra. Like okra. Now,
Okra? You hated okra?
I hated okra.
Okra. I thought you said Oprah.
No, okra. O-K-R-A. My grandmother, fabulous cook. She was a fabulous cook. But she always boiled her okra.
Yeah.
And I never liked boiled okra. I was in Virginia doing this show called Lynx.
Yeah.
It was a BET show starring myself and Pam Grier and Joyce Sanford Brown.
Oh, God. Pam
my girl.
Great.
And for the first time I had, it was pickled okra. And I liked it, you know? And I learned to like fried okra. It was just boiled okra because it gets all slimy.
It's almost like the
But
cucumbers.
Yeah, but I'm sure that there's a way to prepare every food that I would like. You know what I find fascinating is that we go, let's have Chinese food. Let's have Italian food. Let's have blah, blah, blah food. There's only one kind of food. There's only one kind of chicken, okay? Chicken. It's chicken. Chicken will remain chicken, you know? The Chinese prepare it a little differently. The Italians prepare it a little differently. But that thing of it being a different kind of food, like do you like Thai food? Thai food is the same damn food you eat. You know what I mean? It's beef, it's whatever, it's just cooked and seasoned a different way. That's all.
No.
Same damn food. You can't change chicken. Can't change a good steak. You know, it's still beef, you know?
Stephen, I had a question from a fan.
Okie dokie.
Would you ever consider being on a reality show?
If the money was right.
Okay.
Let's face it. If the
And
money,
what type of reality
I
show?
don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But if the money was right, I'm sure I would consider it. You know, like you said,
Okay.
the word consider, I would consider it if the money is right. I can't, my oldest daughter she wanted to do one. She's, Pop, we ought to do a reality show. I'm thinking if we did a real reality show,
Yeah.
I would love to. But there's no such thing as a reality show anymore. You know, this shit is scripted, it's made up, it's, you know.
Well, Stallone has one that's very good.
I haven't seen that one, but
Yeah.
I've always joked about how many housewives have you seen that are always glamorous in full makeup and at lunch most of the time
scripted.
throwing drinks in each other's faces. You know, if you called it a bunch of beautiful women doing some effed up stuff, I would watch it.
Yeah.
But when you call it the housewives of, it's almost an insult to me
housewives.
as a viewer and to housewives.
And to viewers,
you know,
yeah.
so yeah. So reality shows aren't really real. And see, I just find it funny, man, that Survivor, for instance, or Naked and Afraid is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But Survivor, how much trouble are you in? You've got a full, I gotta say it.
Yeah.
You got a full fucking film crew there.
Exactly.
Okay?
And
Duh.
you're eating a rat and a bug.
Duh. All right,
And there's a guy behind the camera
This is my
eating a ham
reality
sandwich.
take on things,
Yeah.
you know? Okay?
They're shivering in the cold,
Right.
and this guy is in two parkas with those little warm gloves that we get on the set. They give it these little gloves they can put in a microwave and we keep your hands warm when you're on location. How many times have you done that, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I would, I'd consider some form of reality show. It's just, again, I do this for a living, okay?
What was the most extreme situation in like weather and stuff that you've ever encountered while you were working on a movie or a TV show? Good one, huh?
Yeah, good one. I'm just thinking that it had to be cold. Had to have been cold because summer has never bothered me. Heat never bothered me. But I can't really think of one.
Because you were up there on location for Yellowstone, for example.
Yeah. I mean, in the morning, a lot of places in the mornings is, the cold as hell. So I've been places where I've been uncomfortably cold. I can't even think of what shows. I'm sure that a couple of times in Chicago, doing shows in Chicago, I've been cold.
And some
But that's about it. I've never really suffered. Like I understand that. What's the show that the movie that Leonardo did, where he was this mountain man?
Where the bear got him.
Yeah, the bear thing. Now, that shows like that, I can imagine that they went through some, some hell as actors, some, discomfort, the cold. But I've never been in a situation like that where I really had to suffer during filming.
Now, you're filming all the time, but when Stephen Williams is home, do you binge watch TV on streaming platforms?
A little bit, but I'm such an old timer now, and I'm really paying much too much for cable and not watching the stuff that I've got, because I'm still doing your basic show, your Law and Order and NCIS and stuff like that. I'm still watching that stuff. Oh, wow. I rarely watch. Like, I've never watched not one episode of Game of Kings?
Game of Thorns, yeah.
Never watched it.
There's a great one
there's
now.
A lot of these great miniseries.
The vampire interview.
I watched some of that. I did see some of that.
That's a lot better than that movie.
Lovely.
A lot better than the movie. That is just really incredible.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Wow.
But when I do TV, it's normally just some regular stuff. Except when I'm on, I look for my stuff. I can't even find half the stuff I do now because there's so many different venues now. It used to be NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox. Now there's app this, streaming that, Hulu this, blah, blah, that. It's all over the place. So-and-so and so-and-so plus.
Watch
and
it
blah,
all
blah.
on YouTube. Watch it all on Sling TV or wherever.
Can't find half
Pluto
the stuff
TV.
I do.
There's just all these different
Yeah, all
things.
these different venues. So...
And then, of course, now, thank God, Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA, we went on that strike there, and now making sure that we're getting paid the residuals now. Because a lot of times those things were on the streaming, Stephen, and we weren't getting a dime.
Our union has done a good job.
They really have.
Our union has done a good job.
They really have.
Getting us
and
paid.
We're thankful for that. That they've got our backs. But
because if somebody's making money off of, the work we've done, then we should have a piece of it. So like that. Even
if it's a small little check, it's just the principle of the thing. We're not going to be able to get out there and do stuff like, buy a house or something. But you were very, very smart. And I think this is advice that you can give for a young actor, actress out there, is investing your money.
Well, what little money I've had, I suggested we not get caught up in the financial system of America, which is interest, a lot of loans. People are always worried about credit score and blah, and your loans and blah, blah. Just do the math on stuff. Just take something as simple as a mortgage. You take a mortgage for $300,000 over 30-year amortization, you are paying, and whatever the interest rate is, you're going to pay almost triple the price of that house in interest alone.
Yeah.
So I would advise that if you get lucky, as a young actor, if you get lucky, buy your large items cash. It's that simple.
Oh.
Buy your large items
Stephen
cash.
Williams says buy it in
automobile,
cash.
Your house, if you can, buy it cash. Otherwise, you will pay a fortune in interest.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
And your
terribly,
children are going to be paying that off.
I'm terribly unsophisticated when it comes to finances, and there's a whole bunch of things I'm unsophisticated in.
Yeah.
But that is a very simple one. If you get lucky, and sometimes you get lucky and you make $10 million a movie, $1 million an episode for a TV series, there's no reason for you to ever pay credit for anything. Be on credit. Buy that stuff, cash money, straight up, own it.
Good. But I was just going to say, the majority of people that are in the guild, whether it's AFTRA or SAG, a lot of them are unemployed most of the year. and they're bit players on stuff. So they're not pulling in those giant paychecks of over $1 million. They're getting scale and stuff. So they've got to really budget.
Their budget. Live within your means.
Yeah.
Live within your means.
That's an important
Don't try
thing,
to
isn't
impress.
Yeah.
You know, find your lane and stay in it.
Yeah.
Find a good lane for you and stay in it.
Billy Vera. You remember you were on the
Yeah,
show
I
with
was on the
Billy
show
Vera.
with Billy, yeah.
Wonderful guy. His birthday is coming up in 2 weeks. He's doing 2 big shows here in Southern California. But Billy Vera said something to me that really resounded in my head for the last 48 hours is just like, don't live above your means.
Right.
You know, I know it's a wonderful thing to be all flashy and stuff in show business, but the next thing you know, you're going to turn around, it's going to be like the grasshopper and the ant, and you haven't got anything stowed away for the cold weather.
Yeah, and learn what quality is.
Yeah.
In any product. Learn what quality is and try to buy quality. I'm not saying, and don't stop buying shit just for the name, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Stop buying shit just because it's got a name on it.
Yeah.
Find out the quality. Buy the best quality that you can. It will last you. You won't have to buy 6 of these over the next year. You'll buy 1 of whatever it is, and it'll last you 10 years.
And just
Okay,
accessorize it.
I'm learning that in my older age. I'm buying the best that I can now, the best that I can afford. That's what I'm getting because it's going to last me. It is going to last me. So, and just stop buying shit just because it's got somebody's name on it. I mean, no more power to them. But we have made people billionaires just because they attach their name to something.
Yeah.
You know, man, you'll learn.
You're right. You're right. God knows you're right.
So,
all right.
That's the name of the game. You don't have to play.
Yeah. That's so true. That's so true. All right. We're going to go to What You Must Watch, and this is put together by our friends from the mall.sexy. Remember, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The mall has it all. Here are some movies you can check out when you go to the mall.sexy. Payback Overload, starring Caitlin Bell and Dee Williams. Space Junk, starring Ava Austin and Ella Hughes. And Cougar Sightings 15 with Alexis Fox and Monique Alexander and my good buddy Miss Nina L. And their portfolio, their profile of the week is the gorgeous Miss Sarah J. What an icon this woman is. Born in Cincinnati, Ohio. She got into the industry I believe about 19, 20 years of age. She has been in so many movies and is such an icon. Some of her movies you can check out at the mall.sexy include Big Ass Worship 4. I know you'll love that one. That's with Layla Monroe and Ryan Connors. Sarah J. Loves Black Cock. With Sarah J. and Byron Long and many more. You can find those at the mall.sexy. Look at Steven's
Okay, you know what I'm most
what's that site again? Yeah.
You know what I'm most impressed with now?
Yeah.
Now I looked over at his phone, very small print, and he's not wearing glasses. I'm jealous as hell now. I could not read. I couldn't read one word on his phone. No, one word could I read.
And I read it off very well, too. Also want to remind everybody about a wonderful product that sponsors on our show. It's Shivers at shivers.store. And these are male and female pleasure enhancement gummies. I'm going to give you a couple to take home
Gummies?
tonight. Yes.
Ooh, they're going to give me an appetite.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to love you, baby.
Oh, yeah, gotta have them. Gotta have them.
Yeah. This stuff is great. And it's kind of a sugary little gummy, but they have the non-sugar ones for all of our diabetic friends out there. So go to shivers.store, put in the promo code ITI. Easy to remember because you're watching and listening to Inside the Industry with James Barthoelt. Put in that promo code ITI and you get a big itty, like itty bitty titty. And you get a wonderful discount when you check out and buy your products over there, okay? And also check out our new movies at Duke's Hardcore Honeys. We have a section called Twisted Tales that I am the writer and director for with my partner Greg. And we have adult anime we made. Twisted Fairy Tales.
Anime, meaning animation.
Yeah. I
learned a new
one
term.
I did with Christy Candy and Alec Cole.
Fairy Tales.
It's a take on Rapunzel. It's very nice. All right, let's go to a call right now. Hello, caller. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hey, James, it's Jason again.
Jason again?
You got no life, do you, Jason?
Hey, I just wanted to let you know, James, tell Crystal I said hi.
Crystal Rush?
Yes.
I definitely
Thank
will.
her for the birthday. Thank you for the birthday shout out. I loved it.
Oh, of course, Jason, of course.
So, yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, thank you, Jason.
Yep. Hope you have an awesome night, Steven. You rock.
Thank you, Jason.
All
You
right.
too, baby boy.
All right, so back to the show. It's Twisted. So it's based on Rapunzel.
Oh, the
Right.
new
Yeah, so it's like a...
anime.
Do you remember years ago
Little
we
Rapunzel,
used to
let
have
down your hair.
the J. Ward Productions that used to do the Rocky and Bullwinkle show?
Oh, I loved watching Bullwinkle. Watch you pull a rabbit out of the hat. Right.
They used to do Fractured Flickers.
Yeah.
So
And
this
Mr.
was
Peabody,
my take on
Mr.
that.
Peabody in the
Mr.
Wayback
Pe-
Machine.
And the Wayback Machine.
Yeah,
Dudley
yeah.
Do-Right,
Yeah,
George of the
Dudley
Jungle,
Do-Right.
all that stuff.
And Natasha and Boris.
Yes. I did the
Natasha.
porn version of that. Yes. But anyway, so this is a take on the Rapunzel thing. So you got to check. It's so funny that she lets down her hair. The prince climbs up to the top of the tower to get to the princess, and he gets up there and he goes, "What the fuck?" And it's not from the top of her head. It's the hair from between her legs.
This.
So it's
Ooh,
very
yeah.
good. It's very good. Alec Cole and the lovely, legendary Miss Christy Canyon. And we have a new one called Succubus. And our director did a little voice on that. One of the victims of her is Marika Hase, international star. And she's kind of like a vampire. But instead of sucking blood, she just has sex with the men and sucks their life essence out to make them young again, to make herself young again. So all of her victims are her lovers. So it's a very interesting horror twist story. And of course, Lolly is out now. That's
Be
about
careful who you accept some poontang from. Okay?
Exactly. You don't know. She might be sucking the essence out of you. And of course, Lolly is out right now. That's with me, Annie Cruz, Tommy Pistol, who won again at the XRCO Awards. Congratulations, Tommy. And the very adorable Miss Demi Hawks. And this is about a sex doll that comes to life. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do, like a Twilight Zone thing. Possesses the guy and then makes him go on a rampage, and he goes postal at the Adult Expo. Kills everybody. Crazy thing.
Yeah, who greenlighted this shit, man?
Well, I wrote all this stuff. That's how crazy my mind is. I sit here at night with a cigarette and a cup of tea, and I go, okay,
It's all right.
let's write some new stuff out here. Yeah. Of course, I'm not smoking a cigarette. I'm smoking a joint. Yeah. I have a fan
Question. You got a
who
fan?
asked a question, and I thought this was rather strange to ask an accomplished actor like yourself, but she asked, Stephen, do you have any tattoos?
No,
Wow.
that's not a strange question.
No, it's not? Okay.
No.
All right.
But I don't have any. Look at this skin, man. This skin. Where would it do? How would it show up? How would it show up?
White ink.
I just don't think it would show up very well on me. You know, because tattoos are, I don't know, tattoos are either for something personal, very personal, or they're for public display. You know, I don't have anything that personal that I want to tattoo it on my body and hide it.
Yeah.
And I really don't have anything that I would want to display, and I think, you know, my dark skin would prevent, because a lot of athletes disprove that, because there's a lot of dark-skinned athletes with tattoos that show up.
Yeah.
Of course, they're half naked half the time, though. You know,
That's true.
You got little shorts and, you know, little
you
sports outfit. But no, I do not have a tattoo.
Do not have
And
a
if you
tattoo.
happen to be a tattoo artist who would like to give me one, let's talk.
Okay, well, I have a gal that did. I got some more ink on me, on my sleeve here on the right arm, and she did that live on the air last week.
I was just thinking, everybody that I've asked say it's not painful.
No,
It doesn't.
it's not.
But I would think the healing process. Like at my age, I would heal very slowly, and I would hate to have a big ass scab somewhere on my body that I had to deal with. So that's a whole nother reason that tattoos always frightened me, just because I always thought it was painful and that I have to deal with the sore, you know?
Yeah,
I hate wounds.
so do I.
Yeah, wounds. I mean, you know, not that that's
I fell down
but
on
it is
my
wound.
knee here,
Anything
and
that
it's
breaks
taken
the
forever.
skin is a wound to me.
That's
and it's
exactly
going to
right.
scab, and it's going to look ugly. And I'm going to have to keep, you know, be careful when I shower and all kinds of stuff.
That's so true.
You know, I don't need that.
Stephen, last question here from you
Okay.
from a fan. We got to wrap up stuff here. Are you going to be making any fan show appearances soon, and where?
I've got.
I know you do those.
There are 4 lined up. I know one is in Detroit,
Okay.
and I have not the foggiest idea where the other 3 are, but I've been told to expect, so far, the rest of the year. I've got at least 4 of these Comic-Cons or fan conventions
Oh, really?
lined
Okay.
up. And I do believe one of them's in, one of them may be also in the Rhode Island area.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island, yeah, I remember that, because I remember being invited last year, and again, my hips and knees or my mobility was keeping me from going. So I do believe there's one coming up in the Detroit area and one coming up in the Providence, in Rhode Island area.
So
I don't know where the other 2 are.
In Rhode
But
Island at
just keep your eyes
Sexy
peeled.
Patty.
Yeah, anything that has to do with sci-fi or horror,
Yeah.
I may show up in, and then my specifics are, of course, Supernatural and the X-Files. Those are some of those conventions are very specifically those shows, and which I was a part of, and so I could be showing up at any Supernatural or X-Files convention, or any, again, horror
And
or
they still
sci-fi.
have a lot of conventions for Supernatural and X-Files still, even after all this
Oh
time.
yeah, it was such a popular show.
Well,
and,
yeah,
and the
you look at
fan
the
and
Star
the fan
Trek
base,
stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, like Trekkies will be around forever.
Yeah.
You know, and Supernatural ran for 16 seasons, so they've got one hell of a goddamn following
Now-
out there that will go on forever. And those kind of shows,
They dress
those
up in
fascinate
cosplay
me.
for the costumes. So has anybody ever come as one of your characters?
Yes.
No.
And God,
Whoa.
and God, I would hope that they're watching now, because I still have an unopened envelope in my home. I think there's about $200 or $300 inside that envelope. A guy showed up dressed as Crichton Duke
No.
from Friday the 13th.
Whoa.
Right, the final Friday.
Yeah.
Came the cowboy hat, the trench coat. Handed me this envelope, said, inside this envelope is like postage and something else. He wanted me to redress myself at some point as Crichton Duke and send it off to his boss. He was doing this for his boss, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And I just never got a chance to do it. I got home. It was almost a full 6 months to 9 months, almost a year before I remember that the envelope was in my suitcase because I come home and I've got pieces of paper.
yeah.
I unpack some clothes, pack again, and go. And I find this envelope in there, and I still got it. It's unopened.
Bring, bring, bring. He's calling in right now.
Right, give me my money back, right. I've got to remember to do that, is look and see if there's a return
I'm
address.
glad you came on the show tonight.
Return address, yeah.
Yeah.
Either to return to, or the other thing is I'm tempted to open it and supply him with his request.
Or you open it and it's anthrax.
If I open it, then it's they'll be fucked up.
Trying to fuck you.
They're trying to kill me. Yeah, I would. I'd be curious to maybe I should open it.
So incredible.
And
that story, but the fact that you told me you went to a fan show and there was somebody dressed up as one of your characters.
Right, as one of my characters. Finally.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Crichton Duke.
Son of a gun.
It's probably pretty much the only character you could dress up as for me, because nothing else has been like costumey.
Yeah.
It's always just a regular guy. You just dress as a regular guy for all my characters.
So big with the
but
kids
but Crichton Duke had a distinctive,
Yeah.
And of course that was I'm proud of that because that was my costume idea.
Really?
When they originally did Friday the 13th, the final Friday, the character was a Columbo-ish kind of character. Right? Like with the frumpy trench coat. And he was just
it's
sort
like
of
my character in Scissors.
Yeah. And I said, this guy's a bounty hunter.
So
that's what he
cowboy,
does. So that it just hit me, bounty hunter cowboy, and I happen to have the coat is mine, the black Outback coat I wear, and they found me this great cowboy hat that to this day, if I could find it, I'd steal it. I tried my damnedest to get them to give me that hat. It's a great fucking hat.
As soon as you put that wardrobe on every day on the set, you went right
I was Crichton Duke,
Yeah.
It was Crichton Duke, man.
That's what it
There's
is.
some characters
That
are
one
like
little
that,
thing.
yeah. Some of them are like that. You
That
slip
triggers
on
that
that one
character,
thing and
yeah.
blam,
That's a wonderful thing
It's,
about acting. You can have all those lines down, rehearse the fuck out of it, but it's that one little thing when you put that wardrobe on or they put that special effects up on you.
You feel it.
That's how it clicks.
You feel it. You
know,
want to
whereas
do
Aria
it then.
Dawson, when she puts on that full thing for Ashoka, that's when she's really feeling the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or you feel naked. I mean, it's like there's a couple of characters that I do now. One is in Carl Weber's The Family Business, which I do.
Oh,
and they let me wear a set of my earrings. I think I wore my earrings as a cowboy in Yellowstone too.
That's right.
That's very special to me when producers or directors let me wear, because I love the earrings, and the earrings do something. They do something. I put these on, and all of a sudden, it's like cool for me. They do something for my character. I love my character to have earrings.
Have you always played a character, or have you ever played something that's closer to Stephen Williams?
I think all of my characters are like Captain Fuller in 21 Jump Street. Mm-hmm. A lot of Stephen Williams there.
Yeah.
A lot of Stephen Williams there. In L.A. Heat, my character. Any of the cop things, a lot of that's, how much can you do if you're not playing a very specific type, like somebody with a very specific trait?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody with a twitch or, if they're
That's
not, if
that
they're
little
just
character
regular
thing.
people.
Yeah.
If they're just regular people, then a great deal of the character is you, yourself. You're just exploring different parts of yourself. In Captain Fuller, I get to explore the authoritarian part of me, the part of me that's a boss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the part of me that's a parent. Because in that particular role, I was like a mentor or a parent to these, young people. I think with most actors, a great deal of it is you. You're just getting to explore, a different area of you that you may not practice in everyday life. But now in this role, you get to, see that side of yourself.
I love it. That's beautiful. We got to wrap things up here. I can't believe it's been an hour and a half here. And that's been incredible. But we've had so much
Glad to have
fun.
you with us.
Yeah.
Have had you with us.
And I think Stephen has been my friend for a long time. He's been on the show several times before in different incarnations over the years. This, I think, has been the best interview and the most insightful, and things about you that people had no idea knowing about. So that was great.
Yeah, we should do another one. Really tell them the deep, dark secrets.
Oh, there's more?
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, Stephen Williams, you have the floor. Anything you want to say to your fans, buddy?
Keep being a fan. Please keep being a fan. It keeps me working. It keeps me creative. Put a smile on somebody's face every day. Be kind to each other. It's pretty damn easy.
Yeah.
Be kind to each other and stay safe out there, people.
Very good.
Much
Stephen
love.
Williams, thank you, my friend.
Right.
All right, I'm James Barthoelt. Till next week, good night.
God bless.